Hello and welcome back to JVSCP. Today I'm rocking the hat again, and that can only mean one thing. I have a bad hair day. That being said, we're gonna be reading 2 entries, I think, and they're both safe entries, who would have thought, but they're also 2 pretty cool entries, so let's get into it. SCP-3620 by Allan, Crain, from the SCP Wiki.
Recommended to us here at JVSCP by Benabre.
Object Class: Safe. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-3620 is to be contained in a medium-sized animal containment cage of internal volume no less than 1 cubic meter. The cage must be airtight to allow for monitoring of CO2 output. The cage is to be cleaned daily before feeding, with the mass of any droppings or eggs produced measured. The daily amount of feed and water provided must equal the mass output within an allowed variance of 1.5 grams per day. Description: SCP-3620 is a living entity confirmed by genetic testing, footnote 99.9% certainty, to be an approximately 5-year-old female domestic chicken, Gallus gallus domesticus. Behavior and vocalizations are consistent with those of a chicken, as are the appearance of all tissue samples taken. SCP-3620 presents visually as a 2-dimensional white plane featuring a pictograph and a series of curved lines hypothesized to be language, although they match no previously encountered alphabet. This is the second time in a row that we have like a 2D creature in a 3D world. Didn't I read one of those last time as well? The size of the plane appears the same relative to the observer's field of view, regardless of distance, and the plane appears parallel to the observer's field of view, regardless of viewing angle. Roughly 1 in 5 observers report mild to moderate headaches after viewing 3620. Testing indicates that 3620 is physically invariant. It weighs 724.33 grams, regardless of factors that would normally affect mass. Any tissue samples removed from the specimen, such as drawn blood, plucked feathers, and even entire removed body parts, are instantly replaced. Separated mass appears non-anomalous and degrades at a normal rate. Factors indicating age have consistently pointed to 3620 being approximately 5 years old, despite having been in Foundation custody since 1983-07-05. As the amount of material produced and consumed by 3620 do not appear to adhere to the standard laws of conservation of mass, any mass shed naturally or removed during the course of testing must be replaced by an equal mass of food to prevent long-term planetary mass discrepancy. Document 3620-1. Post-recovery interview.
Interviewed. Interviewer.
Agent.
Forward.
Interview conducted on 1983-07-05 following recovery of SCP-3620 under Protocol or not. Agent posing as an agent of the Ripley Entertainment Incorporated.
Begin log.
So, tell us about how you came to acquire this animal.
Well, I'm pretty sure she was just a normal chicken. I counted them after, and with this weird one, there weren't none missing. So I guess I acquired her in the normal way chickens get made, if you understand my meaning. Then something got her all weird like this.
Can you describe what happened exactly?
Well, I didn't see it happen or nothing. A loud noise woke me up, like a thunderclap mixed with an orchestra going through a wheat thresher. I thought I dreamt it at first, you know how it is when you just woke up, but when I went outside I figured it was connected with this thing. Looked enormous when I first saw it, but it shrank when I walked closer or something. Like not exactly that, but like it always looks the exact same size no matter how far away from it you are. But when I got close, it was just down there, walking around clucking like nothing was out of the ordinary. Other birds seemed a bit wary of it, though.
Have you told anyone else about this?
Nah, pretty much called you believe it or not guys first thing. I expect you pay pretty well for weird shit like this, so I didn't want anyone else taking pictures or whatever.
Well, this is certainly an exciting item. Come along with me and I'll take you over to our purchasing department and we'll work out a good price for this girl.
Sounds good.
And log. Closing statement.
Mr. P was administered Class C amnestics, paid $10 for the loss of 1 chicken, and returned to his farm. Document 3620-2. Suicide note of Dr.
None of it matters. You understand what 3620 is, right? It's not a chicken, it's a fucking bug. It's a glitch. An error message. She's a 404 not found that shits out eggs. So what does that make the rest of us? Software. Running on some higher order computer somewhere. We're just a simulation. None of it fucking matters. Control-Alt-Delete. Dan.
Document 3620-3. Interview with Dr. Charlene following the death of Dr. Daniel.
Interviewed.
Dr. Charlene, lead researcher 3620.
Interviewer.
Agent, Internal Review Committee.
Forward.
On 2004-12, junior researcher Dr. Daniel was found dead in his office of apparent suicide. Autopsy revealed a massive overdose of injected paralytics. A classification review investigation was launched to determine whether or not the suicide would indicate a cause to change the safe classification of SCP-3620.
Begin log.
Can you tell us about Mr.
Well, I can tell you that he'd get pissed off at you calling him Mr. instead of Doctor.
My apologies, Doctor.
No problem. He was pretty new to the team, pretty fresh out of grad school in fact, and this was his first assignment here. We were working on seeing if Spongy could...
I'm sorry, Spongy?
Oh, yeah. It's kind of a nickname that we gave to SCP-3620. Spongy. Short for data expunged. I know we're supposed to stay detached, but it's hard when you work with one of the animate ones for years, and frankly, SCP-3620 is a bit of a mouthful.
Preach. It's why I, in these videos, always end up just calling them the numbers. Just saying 3620 instead of SCP-3620 every time. Not that effectiveness is usually the highest priority of the Foundation anyway, but moving on.
I see. Please continue.
We were working on seeing if SCP-3620 could be used as a food source. She's basically a chicken, and so when you pull off a wing or a leg or cut off a chunk of breast or whatever, it's made of regular old chicken meat, and a new part pops right back no matter how much we chop off. But we have to keep things balanced. Wanted buffalo wings so much that the extra mass threw off Earth's orbit would be one of the more embarrassing XKs to cause, you know?
Right.
So Dan was helping me out with making a denser feed and measuring how much we could get her to eat in a day, and I saw him just stop and get this faraway look in his eyes. Then he said he had to go to his office, and that was the last I saw of him. The last anyone saw of him, I guess.
Could the feeding protocol have triggered an effect?
Unlikely. After it happened, we brought in a few D-class to try and recreate it, and none of them had a problem.
So, in your professional opinion, do you believe that Dr. suicide was due to an anomalous effect created by SCP-3620?
I do not. At least not like a mimetic or telepathic effect. I've personally been studying this for 3 years now. It's been in custody since the 80s, and this is the first time that anything like this has happened. You tend to become a bit numb to the weirdness around here, but someone as new as Dan... We think of the Euclids and the Ketters as the scary ones, so we forget that even quote-unquote safe skips can destroy someone's whole worldview, you know?
And log. Note.
Reclassification Committee voted to retain current safe classification of SCP-3620.
I feel like I say this every video now, but that's a straight up gold star from me. I feel like this one goes so well with this channel that it would be like, I don't know, our like mascot SCP, if that was a thing, you know? I mean, of course that's a thing. There's probably a lot of like mascot SCPs, especially after fucking Five Nights at Freddy's and shit, but that's not what I mean. What I mean is, this fucking rocks. There's a couple of reasons I really like safe SCPs, and when I say a couple, I literally mean a couple. I mean 2 reasons. There probably are more, but 2 main reasons. One of them being, I like when they are straight up not dangerous, like when they're, it's just like, yeah, this is a thing, we don't really like, we don't get what the point is or why it does what it does, but it's not necessarily dangerous. But I also really like these ones that are dangerous in one way or another, but just not as explicitly murderous, I guess. It makes me think of, I've always felt this thing, you know, when people say, you know, at one point in my life, I'm pretty sure I like saw a ghost. And whenever I hear that, like, I wish I had such a story as well, but I also feel that, you know, if I saw like a full body apparition in front of me, you know, I'm like out in some abandoned house or whatever, and there's just like a lady in white that like is half transparent shows up, literally, like on the spot, I'm gonna go insane, because like reality isn't what I thought it was. Apparently, like this is something that can happen that like changes literally everything. You know what I mean? And this entry makes me think about that. You know, I don't know if any of that made sense, but it's like, yeah, of course you'd have people who absolutely lose their minds and might end up like taking their life due to just like the mental turmoil of being like, oh yeah, this impossible thing is just in front of me, just existing, and I'm supposed to like accept that. Like, of course people lose their fucking minds. Yeah, I don't know, I really like this one. This one's sick. Okay, let's do one more. SCP-1312 by Tanhony from the SCP Wiki. Object Class: Safe. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-1312 is to be contained behind a perimeter of electrical fencing 2 meters in height. All potential exits from 1312 are to be kept under guard at all times. Any entities attempting to leave 1312 are to be subdued and taken into containment immediately. No objects or individuals are to enter 1312 without specific authorization. Any testing of 1312 must be approved by at least 3 members of Level 3 personnel. Description: SCP-1312 is the designation given to the unfinished Site-41, which experienced an incident 7 months into the construction in which the entire site relocated 3 kilometers north. Site-41? Which is the anti-memetic site? Is that 42? Where's the fucking book? Can't believe I don't know this. It's embarrassing. No, hold on. It is Site-41. Oh, so this is the entry for the entirety of Site-41. That's sick. I mean, granted, you know, lore in the SCP universe is not very coherent, but yeah. And for anyone confused as to why I reacted like that, is because we made a whole like 3-hour-long video about this book that takes place. Large parts of it takes place on Site-41. Okay, let's continue. Let's start over with description here. SCP-1312 is the designation given to the unfinished Site-41, which experienced an incident 7 months into construction, in which the entire site relocated 3 kilometers north. All staff present within 1312 at the time are presumed killed or in such a state that they are to be considered lost. SCP-1312 is home to a large number of humanoid entities. Footnote: information regarding these humanoid entities was gleaned through a rover which was placed in 1312-1. The rover recorded the capturing process and subsequent behavior of the entities, and I'm sure we'll find out what the capturing process and what -1 is in due time. Yes, so it's home to a large number of humanoid entities, all of which resemble featureless human beings of solid coloration. These entities show limited intelligence and are docile until they become aware of the presence of an object or organism foreign to SCP-1312. At this point, they will take the object or organism and contain it, utilizing the facilities already present in 1312. In cases where the foreign presence is an organism, they will subdue it first by rendering it unable to move or unconscious. These humanoid entities are divided into 3 separate types.
-1. humanoid entities of a solid white color. -1 will engage in acts which are presumed to be attempted experimentation with objects or individuals which have been captured. They will typically not approach captured objects themselves, instead directing -3 instances via a series of clicking and groaning noises. -1 also appear to write documentation regarding objects or individuals they have captured. See recovered documents 1312-1. -2. Also humanoid entities of a solid black color. -2 appear to be in charge of the capture and subduing of foreign objects and individuals. They are capable of speech, but this appears to be limited to the shouting of "containment breach" when they sight a foreign presence in 1312. -3. Also humanoid entities of solid orange color. -3 are directed by -1 in experimentation involving objects foreign to 1312. They will usually follow -1 instances throughout 1312 in large crowds. -3 appear incapable of independent thought and will not act unless prompted by -1.
Addendum 1312-1, recovered documentation. Forward.
On the of 2000, a small expedition was attempted into SCP-1312, the humanoid entities having been distracted by the placement of several objects within 1312 shortly before. During the brief expedition, several documents which -1 entities had been observed to write previously were discovered in offices and empty containment chambers. Unfortunately, one member of the expedition was captured by 1312's humanoid entities during the attempted exit. See recovered document 3.
Item number.
SCP.
Object class.
Safe.
Special containment procedures.
It goes in the box. It stays in the box. It is kept in the box by security. Do not let it out of the box. Only doctors can use it.
Description.
A stick of orange with blackness inside. The blackness makes itself on paper. This is an experiment written on paper. When a D-class eats it, it makes him die. It is contained in his neck. He is cut open with sharp things and it is taken out again. It has chew marks on it. Experiment log, SCP, line 1.
The first experiment.
It is put in water.
Result.
Wet.
The second experiment.
It is put in the cold room.
Result.
Cold.
The third experiment.
It is put in the warm room.
Result.
Warm.
The fourth experiment.
It is asked questions.
Result.
Silent.
The fifth experiment.
It is cut apart with sharp things.
Result.
Broken. Now it is only blackness without the orange.
Recovered document 1312-2.
Item number.
SCP.
Object class.
Safe.
Special containment procedures.
It is kept in a room. The room is locked. Do not unlock the room. Only doctors can unlock the room. To security, keep it contained. Do not drink it.
Description.
A white cylinder. It has liquid in it. The liquid was once warm, but is now cold. This is because it is in a cold room. This is what an SCP deserves. Remember our motto: secure the contain and protect. When D-class drink it, they say it is good. They do not say this anymore because it is cold. Doctor.
Footnote: this name has been scratched out of the paper by what is presumed to be a fingernail or other sharp implement.
Says he remembers drinking it. Do not listen to him. He is a liar, a liar. He's lying. He's a liar, a liar, a liar, a liar, a liar. He's a liar.
This continues for several pages.
Experiment log SCP-1.
The first experiment.
It is put in water.
Result.
Wet.
The second experiment.
It is put in the cold room.
Result.
Cold.
The third experiment.
It is put in the warm room.
Result.
Warm.
The fourth experiment.
It is asked questions.
Result.
Silent.
The fifth experiment.
It is cut apart with sharp things.
Result.
Doesn't work.
Recovered document 1312-3.
Item number.
SCP.
Object class.
Header neutralized.
Special containment procedures.
Do not listen to it. It does nothing but lie. Keep it in the room. Feed it the class. Do not listen to what it tells you. If it tries to get out, hit it. After you hit it, put it back in the room. Any personnel who says it is not a liar are lying. Do not trust them.
Description.
It is like a man, but pink and with tough material on it. It can talk, but all it does is lie. It insults personnel who go near it. Sometimes it screams. It says it is an agent of the SCP Foundation. This is a lie, and it is a liar. It had a metal item with it. It kills a D class when it is pointed at them and the trigger is pulled. There is a thing in the D class's head after that. When it isn't pointed at the head, they take longer to die. It had another metal item. Voices come from the item and ask if Agent Banks is there. We ask it if it's an SCP, and the voices stop talking. It has been designated as an SCP because of this. Now it is contained.
The first experiment.
It is put in water.
Result.
Splash.
The second experiment.
It is put in the cold room.
Result.
Shivers.
The third experiment.
It is put in the warm room.
Result.
Warm.
The fourth experiment.
It is asked questions.
Result.
Lies.
The fifth experiment.
It is cut apart with sharp things.
Result.
Wet.
This last one was also sick. I don't know what to add to it. Not that it's oh, there's nothing to say about it. There's a lot to say about it, but I don't know what to say that isn't just essentially repeating what everyone just heard. Doesn't it make you think, is this how it feels to be an SCP if you were, So I fuck with this really hard, and surprisingly, these two entries of today went together very well in a way that I really enjoyed. I don't know what the voice I did for the scientist was. Sort of like going for a inhuman but still human. Actually, it hits me right now. It's sort of like a little bit of a G-man, isn't it? Sort of obviously able to talk, but also for some reason it like doesn't come natural to talk and to use the words that we would use daily and easily. I mean, not if you're me, because I stumble on every word, but you see what I'm saying. With that, thank you so much for watching. Over here, I am gonna be confident this time and say that it's on this side of me, and if I'm wrong, it's gonna make me look like an idiot, but on this side of me, you can currently see our our patrons is what it's called, and our YouTube members. They support this channel, and we're very thankful to them. And yeah, I don't have much more. Not that much of a rambly outro this time. Keep it cool. Remember to drop any recommendations that you might have for preferably safe, but not necessarily, and not super long. That's like the most important part. You can't give me something that'll take me 3 hours to read, because then I just won't do it. But otherwise, I would love to hear your recommendations down below. And with that, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.